Okay. Romans 9 verse 9. Let me start from verse 10. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. He said, for the children be not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of God. The moment he said, neither have they done any good or evil, he said that is how the purpose of God according to election might stand. So heaven has something called the purpose of God, that is accessed through his election with one voter. He said that it might stand not of works, but of him that calleth, one voter. So this heaven runs election over things on earth, but only one votes. And he votes when sometimes you have not even been born. So you are not born to work. There is no favor, has nothing to do with what you do. It has everything to do with the purpose of God according to his election. And God can elect you by risking when he doesn't know what you are coming to do on earth. When you have not said one word, God can risk and vote you. When you have not taken a step, God can risk and vote you. And sometimes he can vote a supplanter, and it is later he will change his name to Israel. One day, let me brush through this quickly, and then one day I was chatting with somebody, and he said, Pastor Elvis, do you know that you he said, the way you are, you have not toiled much, you are just running by God's favor. He told me in the face. I'm a man, he paid me, because the one talking to me has eaten. That time for days I've not eaten. And the kind of sacrifices I make, he has not attempted it. So I started to give him a background of things that I do that is not known. The hours I pray that is not known. I started telling him, he said, okay. I didn't know. But after he left, I heard the voice of my God. He said, you have sinned against me.
Jesus. Mercy, Lord.
He said, you have sinned against me. I said, sir, what is it? He said, what he said is the truth. What you said is a lie. I said, really, sir? But I've been praying those hours. He said, but whatever is happening in your life is not according to those hours. It's not according to the fastings you have done. In fact, it is by my grace that you were able to fast. It is by my grace you were able to pray. It is by my grace you were able to live a holy life you lived. It is by my grace. You have sinned. That is when I began to understand Romans 9. He said the elections of God must stand when you have not done anything, so that it will not be by works, but it will be by only him that calleth. Pano, pananai. So don't be sad if people tell you you have done nothing to become who you are. It is actually the definition of favor. The moment you have something you did, it is no more God's help. You helped yourself. You helped yourself. It is our misunderstanding of the operation of God's favor that has brought envy and fighting Because we don't understand the mystery of the election that sponsors his favor. He said that it is according to the purpose of God by his election. His election. So, whatever you are, is because there was an election, a one-man vote. And God voted you to become. And do you know that every voting is an expression and a platform to express your wisdom? Whenever you are given opportunity to choose and vote, it is to tell you not to express loyalty but to express your wisdom. So actually, when God voted you to become a doctor, and a specialized one as such, that you have become so special among other doctors, he was expressing his wisdom that it is a risk to give his children's lives to you to take care of them, and he voted you into that place. He was expressing his wisdom. For him to call you as a prophet, for people to bank their faith, believe the prophet and you prosper, people to bank their faith on your words, that they are words from God. He was expressing his wisdom. That is why there are some people, anybody can call himself a prophet, but it has not crossed people's minds. It is you he voted for, that you knew within yourself that you were a prophet and you started to prophesy. Election. All that I'm trying to tell you, the reason why you were in class and you were learning more than someone, but the person was first. Election. Ya to abamam. Abatuon enias as well also. The reason why someone will be a millionaire is because God has expressed his voting on the person, that I can trust the needs of people to you. So I make you a millionaire, you become the source. So look at your life and know that you are under God's voting. Yes. Me my 5 hour tuaba. And until Namunyina Munyapen or to obey you to be that, or to obey you for to be that, or to obey you for to be that. That is how it works. See a tia siesa apre and in toka any idea to be trap because Papa tuaba. So under no cell, anytime I try to fight you, I'm insulting the integrity of the voter. When I try to say I'm not good, why are you becoming greater? And I'm insulting the integrity of the voter. God has elected. That is why you are who you are. That is why your brother is who he is. It's out of the election. He said it's not of works. And until I make a child say, oh, catch them straight, why you're burning? Because now my dream say, no, ma me ye no. And then ma me who progress. But now me name say, ya batwo. Abusia. I thought that would to me any little results. But what you don't know is that there was a day one man decided to vote, and he didn't look at the faces of angels. He didn't look at the faces of the witches in your family. He didn't look at the errors of the past. He said that none of the children have done both good or bad. He didn't check what you have done, and he voted.
Oh, Jesus.
So when you look at Moses, there are a lot of errors on the man, but he's under God's vote. You look at David, there are a lot of errors, but he's under God's foot. If you look at Saul, he's not even on the tribe of Judah, but he's under God's foot. If you look at Paul, such a chief sinner, but he's under God's foot. If you look at Peter, how can a fisherman be made a bishop? But he's under God's foot. Thank you for your mercy. I am amazed how you show me mercy. Thank you. You know, so sometimes it's not about how hard you are pushing, it's about the thumb of God. What the master fought for me. Oh, Jesus. Concerning who will dominate financially in the next 5 years, may you vote for me.
Vote for me, Lord.
Concerning who will raise apostles of our time, may you vote for me.
Vote for me, Lord.
Concerning who will be a governor, a minister, a president in the next 8 years, in the next 16 years, may you vote for me. God's own Aga, Nala Balia. God's single tomb supersedes the tomb of a whole nation. Eurade Tuabamawa, Halava, Male Beleda, Chinekemo. Thank you for your mercy. We are software, you're radiabatu. We are businessman, you're radiabatu. And let me shock you. Say what die sorry.
Hallelujah.
You're radiabatu. So what might be 2023 and we are ready to Swaba. I'm amazed how you show me mercy. Chinekemo. Thank you for Etoda mania kakraba ya abatu ojiwudi. Adanu to Job Swaba. Was one who me badu, where my quadro. O through me what ne. Was a bed domino manifa mania kakraba bed domino. See her, man and confirm me and shadi. I'm out to the swapper. I feel Job will see a radona dema. One out here. No radia shape, but some in my case I'm a wise voter. And nothing a man could choose so before fro. Man choose earlier, man choose so beer. Me choose so Job. Me tuaba efa. Me tuaba efa. A radiba to be so about. Thank you for I got about Tabalia. I am amazed. Tontula. Malebo Taklaganda. Chinekemo. Thank you for I subscribe to your mercy. He said, as it is written, Jacob have I loved.
Esau.
But Esau have I hated. Meanwhile, they were not born. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I'll have mercy, and I'll have compassion on whom I'll have compassion. I will have mercy on whom? On whom? It may be the one you don't like, but on whom? On whom? God will show somebody mercy. Verse 16, then I close. So then it is so then enunti. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy. So don't be shocked if somebody end up living your dream when he didn't dream it. So with God, somebody may live your dream. He didn't dream it. When you were talking about it, he never talked about it. But the election of God can fall on him. Therefore, so then, It is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth. Willing is dreaming. Running is trying to execute, but it is of the Lord that showeth mercy. Lord, I subscribe to your favor. Lord, I subscribe to your mercy. I don't will